What is going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing tonight? This is Marcus James Witherspoon, your host of 717 Sports Chat Live. How's everybody doing tonight? And joining me once again is your co-host, Roberto P. What's going on, cuz? How you doing tonight?
Good, chilling.
Yeah, you already know. It's been the last couple days been a little bit ugly. I expected a lot more bad weather yesterday, like they were calling for, but we only got a little bit of rain. We were expecting to get an ice storm, but that didn't happen, fortunately.
Yep. It
Fortunately.
feels good sitting at the top.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You feel good right now, don't you?
I feel good right now.
You feel real good right now. What's going to
Especially
happen?
when you're the best
What's
team in
going
the
to
league and
happen?
you know it.
Let me ask you, what happens when your boy gets back to the NFC title game and goes 1-5?
We're not gonna
You
talk
don't
about
want to talk about that, huh? You don't want to think about that,
it. We're gonna wait till that time comes.
All right, we're going to talk about that. We're going to definitely talk about that for sure. Yeah, because y'all got that bye week.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all got that bye week, and it's a
Feels
good thing.
good judging other teams that you don't got play.
And y'all got home field again.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. Y'all ain't got no more excuses. Y'all don't win this year. No more excuses. You've had 2 straight years. This is unheard of. Where a team repeats its back-to-back number 1 seeds, has the home field advantage in the playoffs, and it works to y'all advantage because y'all area is cold as hell.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't win, if y'all don't at least get to the Super Bowl, that has to be like one of the most epic failures for a great team in history. So, safe to say, the pressure is all on you guys. But once again, everybody,
Really.
717 Sports Chat Live. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel as well as hit that notification icon. We're going to kick this thing off here. And if you read the description, this is our live stream for NFL postseason start, Super Wildcard Saturday and Sunday and Monday. This whole format being that we have an 18-game season now has changed drastically. It used to just be games Saturdays and Sunday. Now we get an extra game on Monday. So,
Monday, yeah.
Hey, extra football is fine by me. I'm not going to complain. So, obviously, the first game we're going to start off with is the first game on the entire slate. Bengals and Raiders. My Raiders. It feels good. Feels good. Finally getting back into the playoffs. Hard-fought victory last night over the Chargers. Everybody knows the story. I don't have to get into it. If you watched that game, it was truly a nail-biter down to the finish. Daniel Carlson doing what he does, hitting the game-winning field goal. Keep in mind, the Raiders now with 4 straight victories, basically by game-winning field goal by 3 points. So, with all the shit that this team has been through, I've said it before we got on here, and I'm going to say it now. And I'm going to end up doing a video about it. This is the most resilient football team I've ever watched. To lose your coach, to lose your number 1 wide receiver being some outside terrible incident, to lose another high-end draft pick because of some shenanigans he wants to pull on TikTok. For the late great John Madden to pass away, for this team to believe in each other, that coach Rich Bisaccia, but to pull this team together, like, it's really, truly one of the best stories you'll ever hear in football and sports, period. And I'm just super proud of this team. But now, this is in the past. Cool beans. We're in the playoffs. Now we got to show something. And we go up against a Bengals team that's looking really, really, really good. So we're going to start off with you.
Overhyped.
Think so. We're going to start off with you. How do you think this game will play out?
I think y'all gonna win. Because like I said, y'all my Super Bowl pick. I think y'all gonna win. I think it's gonna be a tough game, like in the first half. I think it's gonna be a tough game because like I said, y'all been pulling away tough games by field goals for the past 4 games in a row. So I think it's gonna be a close game. But I think y'all gonna make a couple plays in the fourth quarter. And I think y'all win 27-22. That's my score prediction.
Okay. How I see this game playing out, I do see there's opportunity to score points on this team. that defense hasn't been playing as great as everybody expected them to. They have some playmakers, but I think it's safe to say what everybody's looking for in the Bengals right now, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, T. Higgins is out.
Yeah.
So that's pivotal if he is out. But I think the key is don't get away from what we've been able to do these last 4 games. The offensive line has started to find its rhythm in the run blocking situations. And what I like what we're doing is this. We're not getting away from it. We'll start off rough, just like we did yesterday. We was only getting 2-3 yards a carry. But what did we do? We kept running the ball. And we kept running the ball until that defense started to wear it down to where we started averaging 4-5 yards a carry. Then you started seeing Josh Jacobs in overtime and in the fourth quarter rip off those big chunks of 15, 18, 20-something yards. We need to keep with this recipe of a balanced offense. We have not been winning these games pretty. That's old school Raider mantra. Just win. It doesn't matter how pretty it looks, as long as it says the Raiders win on the scoreboard. And I think that's what we've been doing a really good job at doing. Now, the main concern for me is the defense in key situations closing the deal. Like too many times, like I told you before we got on here, we gave up 6 fourth downs, including a 4th and 21 last night. That could have sealed the deal right then and there. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
So with a team like the Bengals, who are very they're balanced. You got a great running back in Joe Mixon. And we have been susceptible to the run game. I felt the Chargers did not run the ball enough last night. When they did, they had great success, and they got away from it. The Bengals won't do that. So they'll run the ball down our throats, and then we have to make sure on the back end we're doing a good job containing guys like Jamar Chase. I can see us putting the veteran Casey Hayward on him. I think that should be an interesting matchup. We're either going to put Nate Hobbs or Hayward. I like either one of those guys on him. I would go with Hayward because of the veteran experience and the play experience. But I will say this. I think our it's all up to our defensive line when it comes from a defensive standpoint. If we can generate the pressure that we generated last night, Joe Burrow isn't a mover. Joe Burrow don't have pocket feet like Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
If we can accumulate that type of pressure, we will win this game. I have to win in this game. I have it being in a close game. I have it being 24-21. I have it being another field goal game. I feel like we just make enough plays because, like you, kind of calling back to what you said a little bit earlier, this team don't know what it's like to really be in the trenches like we do.
Yeah.
We've been in these type of games where it's close, gets down to the nitty-gritty. And also, what's going to be in our benefit, this team blew us out before. They beat the hell out of us early in the year. Now, what I think is our advantage, all right, so now we have a look at them. We know what they like to do. Now we can come back and scheme them a lot better. So with that being said, I'm going to go with 24-21 as my prediction. I think the Raiders will upset the Bengals because the Bengals are favored big. I haven't looked at the odds. I just seen an article where it says the Bengals are big favorites. So if the Raiders pull this off, this will be another big upset. So I'm going 24-21. But the two keys for me is don't get away from the run game and create pressure on the defensive end. You do those two things, and number 3. So let's say number 3 things. Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, don't turn the ball over.
Don't turn the ball over. We do those 3 things, we will advance to the playoffs. I'll be honest. We'll advance to the playoffs. I'll be honest. I'm hoping that we win this game and the winner faces the Chiefs. I want them. I want them.
No, you don't.
We owe them one. We owe them. Think about it this way. We got blown out twice. them in the regular season,
Mm-hmm.
chances are that's not going to happen the third time. And I like our chances to upset them. I do, because nobody's going to expect that. Nobody. And even them, yeah, they had some adversity in the first part of the year. You know what I mean? But even them, they don't know what it's like to be in the trenches like we have. So,
But whoever wins this game, they're probably gonna go against the Titans.
I'll put it this way. If we beat the Bengals and we do play the Chiefs, even if we don't win that game will be a lot more competitive than the regular season games we play against them. I'll say that. Because I'll be honest with you, I mean, you have us as your Super Bowl picks. I, being a Raiders fan, don't see us quite there just yet. You know what I mean? But I do think we can win a
Any
playoff
given Sunday.
I do think we can win a playoff game. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on Saturday. We'll see what happens on Saturday. Hopefully we can pull it off. I would love for us to pull it off. All right, we're going to move on to the next game here. Pats, Bills. Trilogy. Both teams split the regular season series. One piece, including that crazy windy game that was like 50 miles per hour or whatnot. To where Mac Jones threw the ball like 3 times.
Yeah.
And then, as we know, the second game, the Bills, got some revenge. But even in that game, it wasn't a pretty game. So, like, in all honesty, I just think the Patriots are going to beat them. And the reason why I say this is because the Bills, much like the Chargers, they remind me so much of each other, because when the chips are on the table, in the biggest moments, they croak and they choke every single time. And just a year ago, we were sitting there, a lot of people were sitting there saying, oh, the Bills are going to rule the AFC East for so many years. The Patriots are done. And 1 year later, Belichick retools the defense, gets his guy at quarterback and the rookie quarterback, his new Tom Brady, and he has these guys back in the playoffs. It's like, he's the GOAT coach, man. And I just feel like with that experience and that knowledge,
So far.
he is.
So far.
No, this proved it. He is. He doesn't have to win the Super Bowl with this team this year to prove that. By him taking them to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback that everybody said wasn't that good.
Well, I loved him. I wanted to pick him.
Yeah, but a lot of people leading up to the draft said he won't be that good.
Dummies.
They said he didn't have the arm strength. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. And all the kid kept doing was winning. He found his Tom Brady. Like, he's the greatest coach of all time because of that. And then on top of that, his defense. Look at that defense. The defense is legit. They're no joke. Like, and I don't like the Bills, how they respond in these situations. So, just based on that alone, and the fact I think how this is going to play out, Belichick's going to run the ball down their throats. He's going to eat up the clock. Whatever passes that Mac Jones does pass, it's not going to be deep passes. It's going to be short, 5-yard hitch routes, intermediate routes, keep the chains moving. Anything to keep the Bills' offense off the field, even though he trusts his defense.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to keep that offense at bay, he's going to do it. And I just think the Patriots, because of who the coach is, are better equipped. And I just think that the Bills always choke in these situations. So I'm going to go Patriots 17-13. It's going to be an ugly game.
I agree.
How do you have it played out, though? Because you could have it played out completely different than I have it played out.
I think it's going to be a lot more Mac Jones in this game, but I think it's going to be a lot more defensive game, and it's going to come down to who has the better defense, and I got to give that to the Patriots. But I got the final score being 20-17. Like,
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just not a big fan of the way Josh Allen been playing this year. Like, I think if you look from last year to this year, it has just been like a big, like, he has not played. Like, I don't like the way he's playing this year.
That's what happens when you give a guy who's only proven himself in 1 year big money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is what happens. You know what I mean? They regress. You know, sometimes they regress. If he's that guy, they don't regress. And in certain games, he's regressed this year. I'm telling you, the big moments, just like Herbert and the Chargers, they choke every single time. Every single time. They can't get out of their own way. That's their problem. And you can't do that against Belichick. And I just think with all that experience, even though the Bills are at home, that's nothing to Belichick.
Yeah.
That cold weather, that's what they're used to.
Yeah. Hey, that don't mean nothing in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing at all. So I think it's going to be a physical game. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I will ask you this. So you said that you expect more Mac Jones in this game. Is there a chance we see Mac Jones have his defining game, let's say? Like the best game so far of his career in this game?
No.
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 You think he's going to make enough positive plays to look impressive?
Well, I don't think like he's been making positive plays all year. Like he's very good at taking control of the football and not turning the ball over. That's the best thing he's doing.
Games he has looked like a rookie the last couple games.
Yeah, but I don't see him going out and balling, putting up massive numbers. Like I think it's going to be a lot more Mac Jones, but like, I don't think it's going to be an explosive Mac Jones. Like this is not going to be his defining game, but it's going to be an all right game. I still think it's going to be a run type of game for the Patriots, but I think we're going to see more of him. I think we're going to see the regular Mac Jones we've seen all year, be more conservative, not put the ball in harm's way that much, especially because it's in a playoff game, and this is his first playoff game. So you already know the nerves is going to be crazy for him. So
all right, we'll put it in betting term. We'll put it in betting wording. Over under for Mac Jones, over 225 yards or under 225 yards passing?
Under.
Okay. Any bettors out there to watch this stream? You heard what Man said. Go under Mac Jones 225 yards for the game against Buffalo. All right, we're going to move on to the next game, which is now keep in mind those first two games are on Saturday. We're going to move on to the Sunday games. First game on the Sunday slate, Eagles and Buccaneers.
I got an upset alert.
Oh, that's very, very interesting. Want to elaborate on that? Why do you think the Eagles will upset the Buccaneers?
Because I hate Tom Brady.
Just because you hate Tom Brady.
I hate Tom Brady.
Just because you hate Tom Brady. You gotta give me more than that, though.
Nah, I don't know, yo. I can't explain it because obviously, if you look, the Bucs have the better people all the way around,
and they are getting healthy at the right time.
Like, if you're gonna be reasonable, I think the Bucs are gonna win, but something is telling me the Eagles are gonna win. I have no proof. I have no data that's gonna help me for my prediction. My heart and my soul is telling me that the Eagles are gonna win this game. My heart is telling me the Eagles are gonna win this game. I have no proof. I have nothing that could back me up, but something is telling me the Eagles are gonna win this game.
You're gonna be shocked. I agree.
Let's go.
I agree. And a lot of people who watch this are going to fucking be like, you're all fucking out of your mind.
I know I'm bugging, but my heart is telling me that this is going to be the upset of
Now,
the year.
you said you don't have the facts or the data.
Nope, I do not.
I do.
Okay, just spit for me then.
Okay. This is why I think the Eagles can and will upset the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and send the defending Super Bowl champions and Tom Brady home for the packing. Number one, Nick Sirianni proved he can coach. He made the mid-season adjustments. He got his running game more involved. And once he did that, that offense looked a lot better. That defense isn't that bad. It really isn't. Now, the key to why I think they will win is that running game. I think that they have – now, people say, oh, well, the Buccaneers got a great running defense. They're getting guys back. I understand that. But just like I said with the Raiders, what they have to do to the Bengals, when you run the ball enough times, the defense will get tired. If the Eagles can pull together drives where they are eating up clock and running the ball, but capitalizing by punching the ball into the end zone and scoring points and keeping Tom Brady off the field, I think that they can really have a chance to win this game. And not to mention, they have threats in the passing game. Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Keep in mind, that Tampa defense isn't, that secondary is not that good. They can be had. Now, people can sit there and say, well, the experience, Marcus. I understand that. But sometimes experience doesn't always win. Sometimes youthfulness wins. And that's the thing, too. The Eagles are fresh. They're coming in fresh. The Bucs are coming in banged up.
Yeah.
Granted, they're getting some guys back. But
now they cannot turn the ball over.
Let's be honest. You got Mike Evans back now, but you got no Chris Godwin.
No Antonio Brown.
No Antonio Brown. Now you got to expect guys.
And all you got to do is hit Rob Gronkowski the right way.
Now you got
He's folding like a lawn chair.
Now you got to expect Gronk to show up and hope his aging body don't break down at some point in the game. Now you got to hope guys like Cyril Grayson. No, I'm being honest because that's a valid point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is a valid point. On top of that, guys like Cyril Grayson, who Tom Brady has said he trusts. But that's inexperience at that position. Having not played in a playoff game before. Tyler Johnson, he was there last year, so maybe you'll see him step up. But not having Chris Godwin on that offense does hurt them a lot. Yes, they'll get Leonard Fournette back. But the Eagles, like I said, are good. They have a good front seven. They do. So, key thing is run the ball, keep Brady and them off the field. And when you do have them on the field, stop them. I think the Eagles have a really good chance of upsetting the Bucs. We've seen times this year where the Bucs can be dysfunctional. Look at the Jets game.
Yeah. Look at the Washington game.
Eagles are a far more superior team than the New York Jets. If the Jets can give the Buccaneers problems, the Eagles can as well.
Anybody can.
I'm going to go with 27-24 Philadelphia.
Say it again.
Game-winning field goal. I'm calling it now. Miracle game-winning field goal at the end.
27-24?
27-20. There's going to be points scored.
Yeah.
There's going to be points scored. And see, that's another thing that we touch on is when have we really seen the Bucs face a scrambling quarterback all like that other than Taysom Hill?
And look what happened.
And look what happened.
That's really it. They haven't played anybody that has a scrambling QB.
I mean, Cam Newton, but he didn't play enough.
I'm sorry, but like, is it like he got slow?
His
Like he got slow, man.
body broke down, man. All them
He's done.
injuries.
He's done.
I hate to say it, but it might be true.
Like, I don't think he's done, but he's gonna get a job, but it ain't gonna be first string.
We'll see. You never know. We've seen stranger things happen in the NFL. Heck, the Browns might take a chance.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
God.
Baker ain't cutting it. But I'm going with 27-24. What is your final prediction for this game? What's your score?
30-17.
What is it?
30-17.
30? What? You're wow. You think they gonna blow them down like they blow them out like that?
No. It's gonna be late in the game, like late third quarter. They're gonna go on a streak of just field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, win the game. Watch. 30-17. Watch. Tom Brady gonna be stunned. He ain't gonna know what to do. And they're gonna be chanting, Aaron Rodgers the MVP. Aaron Rodgers the MVP.
Now, why would they be saying that? Why would they say that in Tampa? If anything,
a bunch of Packers fans invaded. A bunch of Packers fans want to invade the stadium.
Nah, y'all gonna be too worried about y'all trying to win, because you guarantee nothing with y'all neither. Nothing's guaranteed in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Y'all mess around and lose to whoever y'all play first. Just being honest. Listen, we've seen it with the Ravens a couple years ago. We've seen it many a times. Sometimes being the number one seed doesn't always grant you a championship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, y'all know. Y'all found out last year.
The year before that, too.
Y'all found out a few other times before, yeah. The 2011 season when y'all won 15-1, yeah, you know that. Yeah. So you know a couple times. Yeah, there's a couple times y'all finished the number one seed and didn't win no championship.
This year's different, yo. This year is different.
We'll see, man.
And I know I said that last year and the year before that and the year before that. But this year is different. I feel it.
We'll see, man.
Different from different.
We'll see. We definitely going to see. All right, we're going to move on from this game. Next game we're going to talk about is the 49ers and the Cowboys. That's the second game on the Sunday slate. Keep in mind, again, Sunday has 3 games. Saturday has 2 games. So, with that being said, this is actually, other than the Raiders and the Bengals game, I think this is honestly one of the more intriguing matchups of the entire Super Wildcard weekend. Because there's so much riding on the Cowboys to win this game. And they're going to lose.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're going to lose. They're going to lose. And let me reiterate why. That pass rush, they're going to disrupt Dak. And we've seen when Dak gets disrupted, he's not that effective. Dak is a quarterback who needs everything to go right. He needs everything to go right to be effective. The moment you get him rattled, that's when the wheels start to fall off, especially when the run game for Dallas ain't working. And we got to keep in mind, Tony Pollard is still banged up. He's still dealing with that plantar fascia injury. Zeke Elliott, let's be honest, Zeke Elliott ain't what he once was.
Yeah, he ain't.
He's not. He lost that weight. He still looked like he lost that weight, and he still looked like he running in Cabo San sometimes, as Skip Bayless would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they need everything to go right. And this team, this 49ers team, that defense, that front four, and that running game, Dallas, they've
Nick
gotten better.
Bosa's coming.
Huh?
Nick Bosa's coming.
Yeah. Dallas has gotten better on defense, but I just think I'm going to put it this way. And it was something I watched from Skip and
But don't get
Shannon
messed up, though. San Fran could score some points.
It's something that Shannon Sharp said this morning on the show, him and Skip, and I agreed with him, and I couldn't have said it any better myself. This game is going to come down to coaching. And I think that Kyle Shanahan is just a better coach. I think when it comes down to strategy and making the decisions when the game's on the line, he's just a better preparation and better just overall coach than Mike McCarthy. We've seen times this year when there were some situations where Mike McCarthy failed as a coach. We've seen that. Not calling a timeout when he should have, not challenging when he should have. We've seen that. He's been under scrutiny for that. So, as talented as the Cowboys are, and people may hate to hear that, but that team is very talented. I just think the Niners are coming in hot, and I just think they're a better team. I mean, and they're just I think they're going to beat Dallas up. They're just so physical. They're going to beat Dallas up, and Dallas don't.
It's the Cowboys. What do you
Dallas don't play good against good teams. They don't. They don't. They don't play their best against good teams. So, I think it's going to be a one and done for them boys.
Yeah.
I think the Niners are going to dominate them. I got this game being somewhat of a wipeout. I'm going 37-13. Niners. Domination in Jerry World.
You can't give them one more touchdown?
Utter domination. That front four is going to demolish Dak. I'm calling it now. And if it don't happen, anybody can come here in the comment section and eat my lunch. I don't care. That's just what I feel. That front four of San Francisco is going to destroy that Dallas offensive line. That Dallas offensive line is only getting older. They're not as young as they used to be, and they're not as dominant as they used to be. They can be had, and we've seen it. When they can be had, and you get pressure on Dak, that whole offense goes this, man. Dust.
Yo.
Dust. It crumbles. You put pressure on them boys, they crumble. 37-13, utter beatdown, domination in Jerry World. I don't even call it Cowboys Stadium. I call it Jerry World.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Boo Birds are going to be out. The Cowboys fans are going to have tons of excuses why, once again, they underachieved. And the whole NFL world will rejoice in satisfaction. Simple. 37-13. How do you see this game playing out? What's your score prediction?
It's the Cowboys. 37-20. 49ers winning.
Okay, so you gave him 7 more points. Okay, I can live with 7 more
That's
points.
all I got to say. That's all. It's the Cowboys. What do you expect? You can't predict when the winner's going to let you down every time.
If they win, you know we're not going to hear the end of it to the following week.
Oh, gosh, man.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I have the Niners winning pretty handily. I just think I don't even want to say they're a better team. I just think that they'll want it more.
Yeah.
I think they'll put so much pressure on that Cowboys offense that Cowboys offense just won't know what to do. But we'll find out. You got it 37-20. I got it 7 points less. I got 37-13. We'll see you on Sunday. All right. Moving on to the next teams. The last game of that Sunday slate. Pittsburgh and Kansas City. You're welcome, Pittsburgh fans. Because of my Raiders beating the Chargers, you're even in this position. So, give us our just dues. Give us our flowers, the Raiders, Give us our pats on the back. Send us some gifts while you're at it. And send us an even better gift and shock the football world and upset the Chiefs.
It ain't going to happen.
I know. I know. I'm going to let you
The NFL won't let that happen.
I'm going to let you yeah, you're right about that. No.
The NFL won't let that happen.
I'm so glad that you brought that up. Let me go get a bottle of water to clear my throat so I can tell you what.
Yo.
All right. Oh. Now, I'm so glad that you just said the NFL won't let that happen. This is why. The NFL would let that happen. This is, I tell you, it's about narrative. It's about story. The best storyline. I said this a few weeks ago. When Ben Roethlisberger announced that this would be his last season, watch the Steelers win just enough to get into the playoffs. What happened? They won just enough and got some help to get into the playoffs. Now, I've seen this story before with Jerome Bettis. Oh, I'm going to retire if we don't make it to the playoffs. Steelers, what did the Steelers do? Win 4 straight, get to the playoffs, and win the Super Bowl that year. Same thing with Ray Lewis. I'm going to retire at the end of the year. What do the Ravens do? Go on a winning streak. Go in the playoffs. Go on a winning streak in the Super Bowl. It's about narrative. Do not be surprised if the Steelers upset the Chiefs. Because this is Ben Roethlisberger's last season. And maybe, just maybe, if not a Super Bowl, one last magical playoff win is sending them off into the sunset. It would not surprise me if the Steelers win this game. They have the defense to do it. I just personally don't think it's going to happen. I just don't. I just think
2013.
What?
2013.
No. It's 27-10. I just don't think the Steelers can do enough offensively. Ben can't throw the ball down the field anymore.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs, much to their credit, their defense has gotten a lot better over the second half of the year. So, it's going to be, I'm going to put it this way. It's going to take for Ben Roethlisberger's arm to somehow magically, for one last game, have that one last game in it to be able to cut the ball 40, 50 yards, to be able to make those type of plays for the Steelers to have a chance. Because if they can't make big plays, they're not going to have a chance. They're just not. Scoring 16 points ain't going to beat the Chiefs. Unless the Chiefs are having a horrific game to where they're turning the ball over 3, 4, 5 times.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. 16 points is just not going to be enough. It's not. So, for me, 27-10, I think the Chiefs at home will be the Chiefs. The Steelers do have a good defense, but their secondary can be had. I expect the Chiefs to just be the Chiefs. And I expect the Steelers to unfortunately fall short because they just can't make enough big plays down the field, in my opinion. You know, but we'll see. We'll find out. I mean, anything can happen at this point. You know, who the hell thought the Steelers would be in the playoffs? If you said, I won't put it this way. The Steelers and the Raiders. If you said this 3 or 4 weeks ago, would any of those teams be in the playoffs? You'd say no. Those teams. 4 weeks ago, about a month ago, we didn't, even me being a Raiders fan, when we went to 6-7, I said maybe that's it. Maybe that's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
And I got proved wrong. Like, so we never know. Strange things have happened in the NFL. But you got it 20-13. I got it 27-10. KC over Pittsburgh. We'll find out on Sunday night. That's the last game of Sunday's slate. All right, now we're going to move on to the last part of the stream. And that's the Monday game. Now, I'm not going to lie. I love it. The fact that this 8-game season, we get an extra playoff game on Monday now. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. More football. Let's get it. So now we got the Cardinals and the Rams. This one right here.
It's going to be a good game.
This is going to be a good game. This is going to be a really good game. There's going to be some points put up in this one. Like,
LA going to win.
LA?
Yep.
I think so too. I think they have the experience.
I mean, I say that because Arizona been in a slump lately. Now,
so has the Rams.
Ever since Kyler Murray got injured, like they have been in a slump. That
and Hopkins out for the year.
I think it's just going to come down to who has the more weapons and who scores the most points. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. I don't think this is going to be a defensive game at all. But I will say this: I think the Rams do have a better defensive line that's going to get after Kyler Murray, and if they could stop him from running outside the pocket and extending plays, oh my goodness. It's going to be a long day for the Cardinals.
I think that what we've seen, and the problem with the Cardinals is not having DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
because he opens
passing threat.
He opens up that entire offense and what they want to do. AJ Green, he still can play, but he's not the number one wide receiver that he used to be. Rondale Moore, he's a rookie. Christian Kirk, he's a solid number 2, but he's not a number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
I just think the experience of Sean McVay, the experience of Matt Stafford being in the playoffs before, and guys like Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey playing in big games, I think that will carry Aaron Donald. I think that will carry the day for the Rams. I will say this, though. The Rams can beat themselves. It's not even more about the Cardinals beating the Rams. It's about the Rams beating themselves. And we've seen that here the last few weeks. Matt Stafford has been looking – I've said this. Matt Stafford has been looking like Jared Goff.
Yeah.
He has. He has.
Yeah.
The first half of the year, you look at Matt Stafford and the numbers he was putting up, you easily say the Rams made the right move. And I'm not saying that it wasn't still the right move. But then you look at the last month, when it matters, he started to look like Jared Goff did. Turning the ball over, making bad decisions, making errant throws. So, in all honesty, the Rams can only lose if they beat themselves, in my opinion, in this game. There should be no reason why the Rams lose this game. You got the playoff experience. You got the veteran experience around. The Cardinals are without their best player in DeAndre Hopkins. There should be no reason why the Rams can't win this game. Do I still think the Cardinals are going to be able to still score a little bit? Yeah. I think the Cardinals are going to score 27 points. I have this being 30-27 Rams. I think it's going to be
34-28.
34-28. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
6-point score. That's like an overtime score. Are you predicting this good overtime?
Nah.
So just flat out 34-28.
34-28.
All right. I can roll with that. I mean, I still think there's going to be points put up by the Cardinals. I think they're still good enough.
Mark my words. The Rams are going to miss a field goal.
Oh, that's possible.
Mark my words. I promise you, the Rams are going to miss an extra point.
Come back to haunt them.
Nah,
I think they're going to
28.
I just think that the Cardinals, like I said, without DeAndre Hopkins, that you've seen it. Once Kyler got hurt, like you said, but then just losing DeAndre Hopkins, because when Kyler's he's back. They just don't look the same on offense.
It messed up their whole flow.
It did. They do not look he opens up that entire offense. Because once you have him on the field, now you got to not only account for him, you got to account for everybody. Because all those guys around him complement them so well. That's why those guys were balling the way they were in the first half of the year. Even those complementary players like Rondale Moore and Christian Kirk. Why were they having such big games themselves? Because you had to worry about DeAndre Hopkins. AJ Green, why did he have a couple big games? Because you had to worry about DeAndre Hopkins. Without that, the Cardinals will keep it competitive, but they won't win.
Yeah.
Unless the Rams, like I said, unless Matthew Stafford continues to play like he's been playing these last few weeks. If he does,
Jared Goff.
But I don't think that will happen. I think Stafford will get it under control, and I have the Rams winning this game, even though it's going to be close, 30-27. And they'll move on to the next round. That's how I have it. I mean, if they lose this game, they're going to hear it. There's no way they should lose this game. Everything is in their favor. No way they should lose this game. You're at home. You like I said, no DeAndre Hopkins. The Cardinals haven't been looking the same. No J.J. Watt. That run defense hasn't been looking as good. Everything works into the Rams' favor, and they have to win this game. They just have to. But, like I said, 30-27, you have it 34-28 in favor of the Rams, and that is going to be the end of this stream. Guys, hit the comment section. Let us know what you guys think about these games coming up on Super Wildcard Weekend. Give us your predictions. Let us know who you guys have winning. Let us know your upset predictions. And most importantly, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification icon. And speaking about subscriptions, do your boys a favor. Now listen, Valentine's Day is a month away, but let's start a little bit early. Show us some love. By Valentine's Day, let's get up to 171 new subscribers. We're at 29 on the channel right now. Let's get up to 171 new subscriptions by February 14th, Valentine's Day. And we can match this subscriber goal. So basically, we're at 29 subscribers. If we get 171, that would put us at 200 subs. If we can make this mark, I will do the first giveaway for this channel. And then I will do a poll and put up a piece of merchandise that I have in the merch store and let you, the viewer, pick what merchandise I should give away. So, once again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly appreciated. And remember, by Valentine's Day, 171 new subscribers. If we hit that mark, I will do the first giveaway for the channel. So, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The support is greatly, greatly appreciated. We love doing this. We're trying to grow the channel here. We want to make this a full-time thing to where we're going every day. We're basically making this our job. So, we need your help. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, show your support. It is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Once again, this is 717 Sports Chat Live. I'm Marcus. This is Roberto. Once again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys. Have a great night. Cuz, I'll holla at you later, man.
All right, man.